Hello, my name is John from Monostory, and today we're going to be talking about Asmongold and Digimon and his statement on Digimon. So let's get into it and find out what it's all about. Digimon are creatures that are made from data, and they roam around a world called the digital world. They are generally portrayed to be used by people known as the Digi-Destined or other organizations. And these people use a tool known as a Digivice that allows these smaller Digimon to evolve into bigger and stronger Digimon. This is known as Digi-Evolution. The general way that this occurs starts from in training, rookie, champion, ultimate, and then mega. And these are the different levels that a Digimon can achieve through this Digi-Evolution process. There are also other methods of Digi-Evolution, but these are used less frequently and only specific to specific series or Digimon. Asmongold recently made a statement in regards to the evolution process of Digimon and how it could be flawed. Let's take a look.
Digimon evolution. It's a box cutter, right? This is stage 2 of the Digimon evolution. It's Millennia, okay? Blade of Mikola. After that, you want to see what stage 3 is? It's a rabbit.
In this statement, it seems like Asmon is making the comment that future evolutions of Digimon are actually worse than their champion or ultimate level. And even though in the way that Digi-Evolution works is that the Mega form is the strongest form and therefore it reflects that through its image. In my opinion, I think this is wrong because it isn't the evolutions that cause a problem, it is the way that they evolve. So in Digi-Evolution, there's multiple trees that you can go through to get to a different Digimon, therefore making it difficult to maybe get to the one that you desire. But most of these megas are very awesome and unique looking. We could talk about the basics with Metal-Garurumon and War-Greymon, the classic mega evolutions, before we got to Omnimon in the Digimon movie as well as in the anime. And these evolutions are so beautiful that they strip or outclass any other level of evolution in that same Digimon. So an example would be, you look at Agumon. Agumon goes to Greymon, to Metal Greymon and War Greymon. And you can say that yes, Greymon, Metal Greymon in my opinion are very good Digimon, but they're not as good in my opinion again to War Greymon, which is the best. So I think this statement is not good to make, especially when you are trying to compare it to, in this video that he was making this statement, Pokemon, and telling this to your main audience that the main negative to Digimon is their Digi-Evolutions, where it is not the evolutions themselves, but the trees in which they achieve to get to that specific evolution. Now we need to address the big elephant in the room, and that is, why is Pokemon seen to be better than Digimon, and how in the recent new game that was released from Pokemon, the new Pokemon ZA, it isn't as good as the new Digimon game, as well as being compared between the two of Pokemon and Digimon. And the main factor for this is that Pokemon is very easy to understand and very linear, as well as the games early on had a lot more access as the gameplay was repetitive but understandable. However, with Digimon, the new game that has come out is not only interesting but has a lot of depth and mechanics that require you to spend a lot of time, and it also has beautifully looking graphics and animation. So in essence, this new Digimon game is better by the way it looks and the way it plays to the new Pokemon game, but there will always be a larger demand for Pokemon because of its childhood nostalgia in comparison to Digimon, and also the evolution system is more simplified. There isn't a lot of options when you evolve a Pokemon. A Cyndaquil will always be a Quilava and to a Typhlosion. A Pikachu will always be a Pikachu and evolve into a Raichu if you decide to use a Thunderstone. So it is very easy to understand where Digimon evolution is through the Digivice. Therefore, there is different requirements to get to that next Digi-evolution. And then, on top of that, you have a large different tree of Digi-evolutions. So therefore, you may not even get the one that you desired. Therefore, creating a whole entire different evolution line. That means that you get to a whole new Digimon. Therefore, it is very confusing. But that doesn't mean that the evolutions themselves look bad. No, it is the trees and the way to get there that is the problem, and its accessibility in the past was what also kept it back, as Digimon only had games generally on the PlayStation and weren't accessible through the Game Boy or Game Boy Advance. Therefore, it was unable to obtain that child audience if they didn't have a PlayStation. And that is my thoughts on Asmon and his take on Digimon. Now, there will still be some people that agree with him and some people that will disagree with him, as this is a very objective thought process, because the way something is looked and perceived is up to the individual. However, in my opinion, Digimon does have a good look to it for its characters or sprites in regards to the Digimon. And no matter what form you take, the Mega form consistently will look the best. But that's my opinion. I want to hear what you think about Digimon in the comment section below. Please tell me, do you think Digi-evolutions are boring, interesting, exciting, good to look at? Please write that down in the comment section below. Thank you for watching today's video. If you haven't already liked, subscribed and pressed the bell button, please do so. This is John from Mono Story. If you want to continue on watching another video, please click down below. If not, until next time, I will see you on another Mono Story.